Here we are, Powerhouse Wrestling Workout number 9. Number 9 it is. Hope you guys had a little time off. I know I did a little bit, been busy. Sorry about that, but we're ready for number 9. I'll be getting out number 10 here shortly as well. As far as number 9 is concerned, I first want to bring to your attention that the National Wrestling Hall of Fame Dan Gable Museum in Waterloo, Iowa, they have a leaky roof and it needs fixed, and without patrons being able to visit, patrons being able to come and check out the museum, check out all the Wrestling Hall of Fame, the Iowa chapter, they need our help. If you could give a donation to them, $25 is really all you need. The more guys that help out with that would be great. There is a link on my practice plans for today, my workout plans. So if you just want to click on that link, it's pretty simple. It takes you right to the donation portion of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame Dan Gable Museum, and you can take that and do whatever you need to do with that as far as your donations. Well, that being said, just a reminder to all you kids out there, your goal is to be able to do all of these exercises to the fullest extent. If you can't do all of these exercises to the fullest extent, this is your goal. Go back to number 1, go back to video number 2, go back to video number 3. Try and get these going. All right, this is video number 9. So there's a lot of stuff you can do to continue getting better, to continue strengthening yourself, to continue doing drills, to get yourself into the wrestling mindset. Coach Dave Mills from Michigan, he said it best, and I heard him this morning. I was watching one of his videos, but he said it great. Do you brush your teeth? Yes. Everybody brushes their teeth every day. So you've got to make wrestling just like that. Okay? Make sure that your wrestling is just like brushing your teeth. Got to do it every day. Your position, your foot speed drills, your level change. Make sure that you're doing those things just like brushing your teeth, doing them every day. All right, for a warm-up, I need you to do 2 rotations of the following exercises. First exercise, 10 wide push-ups. Remember, your wide push-ups, you're wider than your shoulders. So your hands are out here, you got your back straight, you're down, and you're up. Then you're going to go straight into your 20 straight sit-ups, okay? Sit-ups can be with or without your bag. Doesn't really matter. Okay, if you can't do it with your bag or with your bag on your feet or without your bag on your feet, that's fine too. All right, not that big of a deal. So make sure you do 20 straight sit-ups. And I'm going to have to go get my bag here shortly. So gotta have that handy because we're going to need it later anyway. Sorry about that. Now, now that we have those, move it down. Okay, we got our 10 push-ups, we got our 20 sit-ups, and you're going to do this again, these exercises twice. No, you're just going to go, two rotations. All right, then once you do that, you do your medium push-ups. Your medium push-ups, first we have wide, 20 straight sit-ups. Then we do our medium, where your hands are straight below your shoulders. Boom, you come right back up. Okay, then you're going to do right back to 20. There's no rest in between sets. So you go right back to your 20 sit-ups. This time you're doing sit-ups. Come straight up, boom, come to your right. Okay, finally next you're going to do your 10 narrow push-ups. Right, narrow push-ups are like this. Your hands are on the inside of your shoulders. Okay, first wide, then you got your medium ones, then your narrow ones are on the inside. Go down and back up. Okay, now After the narrow push-ups, then you go right back to your sit-ups, and you're getting your 20 sit-ups to the left, just to the left. Okay, now here's a couple new things that we're going to do. We're going to use chairs. Get the bag out of the way. Okay, and so somewhere in your house you have a couple chairs. So we're going to set up our chairs like this. Let's make sure that I'm in. Got these in. Yep. Okay, so we set up our chairs like this and get them wide. Then you do 10 chair sit-ups. Okay, so normally speaking, if I was going to do this, I would put the chairs off somewhere else, and then I could do my push-up, sit-up somewhere, and then boom, right to the chairs. Already have them set up. And then you got your chairs. The reason you do chairs, see how far down you can get, and then come right back up. So that really stretches those muscles out. Okay, so then you have your chair push-ups. Once you get your chair push-ups done, which is new again, then you're going to do your 20, then right, left. Okay, right, left. So you get these chairs out of the way. Then you got these here, and then you're going to go down, and then you go right, left. You can go left, right if you want. All right, then finally you do your decline push-ups. Decline, there's 3 parts of your pectoralis muscle. You got 2 minors up and down, and you got your major right across the middle. But this is a decline push-up where you put your feet up here, and now you're gonna do a push-up there. Okay, so you do 10 of those. You go through those 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 different things. You'll have a pretty good warm-up. After your warm-up, as always, stretch. So you did a lot of things with your arms right there. So let's make sure that you're stretching your arms good. Stretch your hamstrings really well. Just a reminder that when you're stretching your hamstrings, to make sure, okay, the hamstrings are really tender. You know, that you can, if you don't work them a lot, if you don't stretch them a lot, it's really going to hinder your mobility, hinder your flexibility, obviously, and of course, always doing your splits at the end. Okay, I have all of that in my practice plans anyway. The next thing you're going to do, we got 2, 4, 6 different things. Okay, 6 different things that we're going to do. Let me get these chairs out of the way. Put them over here. Get this one out of the way. All right, move this out of the way. All right, 6 different things. We're going to rotate through 3 times, 1 minute apiece. Okay, your backpack. If you can do some of these with your backpack, that would be great. Okay, the first thing with your backpack, and the reason I say with your backpack is because a lot of these things we're going to do from the down position. So anytime we do something from the down position, you're going to have somebody on your back. So you've got to do this with a backpack. Okay, so you got, now if you can't do it with your backpack, fine. You don't have to take it off, but your goal is to work up to be able to do all these things with your backpack. And I don't care if your backpack's on your back or your front when you're doing certain drills. Doesn't matter, however you can do it. Okay, so our first one, you're going to do 1 minute of our hip heist drills. All right, we've done these hip heist drills before. Move it around, do it with your backpack, simulating somebody on top of you, and you still got to move. Okay, the next thing is our kick out drill with our backpack. All right, so we got to sit out. So we're here in referee's position. We hit our sit out. Just a reminder, whenever we hit a sit out, and I call this area where it's sit out and switches, and we'll get to switches probably in video number 11. But our sit outs, you always sit out straight forward. If you sit out to the side, I call this area no man's land, because no man wants to be there. All right, so when you sit out to the side, there's certain reasons you do, but for the most part, you sit out to the side, he's just going to lower his level, get a big tight waist, chop your hand down, because he can grab it. All right, But if you step up and you sit out forward, get hand control, then you'll be fine. But if you sit out to the side, there it is, he's going to chop you down. All right, now we go back to our drills or our workout. Remember, 1 minute, and there's no rest in between here, but you go 1 minute of hip heist drills. 1 minute of sit out, kick out. Sit out, keep your butt off the ground, kick out. Sit out, keep your butt off the ground, kick out. Okay, try and do that again with the backpack on. All right, 1 minute of stand up and escape. Now, one thing that you, and again, standing up with a backpack on is good. Let me explain. This is new. These next 4 things are going to be new to some of you. Whenever you do a stand up, you always want to, for me, stand up at an angle. So most guys line up on your left. So you want your left foot to replace your right hand. So this is coming up at an angle. Notice my right foot is now turning sideways, and all you're doing is pushing up. Okay? So again, your left foot replaces your right hand. The other thing I like to do is bring my arm across and grab his wrist off my elbow. So when we're here, we're bringing everything across so he can't chop me down. Boom, right there. At an angle, I've got it. And I visualize myself bringing my hand. I've got 2-on-1. You ever wrestle those guys are super strong? No matter how strong they are, normally speaking, your 2 arms are going to be stronger than his 1. So when we stand up, we come up and across, stand up here, boom. Right there, 2-on-1. Notice the elbows are in. Make sure your elbow gets inside. If your elbow's out, you're going to be weaker. Elbows in, you're going to do it right. Okay? Boom. Push back. In a staggered stance. Notice my feet. Okay? They make an L. If you put a line from my heel to my other heel. Okay? Now, you're going to be low, leaning back. Now, you put this in your back pocket, and you cut down, and you be ready in position. Okay? Be ready in position. So that's our stand-up, escape with your backpack on. Then you're going to do, and you can't do this with your backpack, your wall stand-ups. Now, the reason we have a wall is because that's going to simulate your opponent. Okay? Now, with this wall, you're going to do the exact same thing that I did. We're going to add a sprawl at the end. Because a lot of times when you escape, they shoot on you. Okay? So here, my opponent's here. I stand up and I get back pressure. Always want to get back pressure here. Okay? Once you get back pressure, you put this in the back pocket. You cut in, and you hit a sprawl. Then you go right back, coming up, boom, get back pressure. All right? Cut, boom, sprawl. Okay? So make sure that's happening. Now we're going to do 1 minute, and you do 1 minute of that, and do the wall both sides. Okay, so you can alternate there. Then we're going to do the same thing, only this time we're going to kick out. Have you ever stood up? As soon as you stand up, that guy drops down to your leg. This is for that. So our kickouts, not only for our sit-outs, but they also work for our stand-ups. So we're going to do 1 minute of stand-ups with a guy on your left, the wall on your left, and then 1 minute stand-ups, a guy on your right, and we're going to kick out. So if you notice, again, I'm here. I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to back pressure. I feel him dropping down. Which leg's he going to grab? The closest one. All right? So then I step that foot out. Now, I slide down, post, and kick. Okay? The only thing that should be touching when you're sliding down is your shoulders and head. If any other part of your back, and that's where it simulates our sit out to a crab walk. Okay? Only your hips should be a little bit higher when you're doing this. Okay, so again, we're coming up, grabbing the wrist, 2 on 1, pushing back. All right, here we are. Back pressure. You feel him coming down. As you feel him come down, you're putting all your pressure on him, all your weight's on top of him. This goes to your back pocket, just like we did before. We kick, and then we get our escape. Okay? So again, we do 1 minute of them. Guy on your left, okay? And as we go through this, you're going to do it 3 times. Second minute, you're going to do it on your right. Third minute, you're going to alternate every time. All right, so that too is new, but it combines the sit-out kick-out with our stand-up kick-out. Then finally, we're going to hit a Granby. Okay, now with our Granby, you've got to make sure the biggest thing on a Granby is clearing your feet. Now this is going to be a stand-up Granby, because if you've already stood up and he's chopped you down, now I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to stand up with my outside foot. As I stand up with my outside foot, then that clears the way for my left foot to swish her out. That should clear my hips. Now, as I stand up here, trying to grab this, if he chops me down, I feel that, I swish her my feet, I go over my shoulders, and I Granby out. I can start right back there, and as I do it again, you can do it both sides. Stand up with the outside leg, because you know he's going to chop you down. He's done it before, or maybe you've scouted him and he's a really good tight waist chop guy. So as you stand up, boom. Now we go the other way. Whichever side he's chopping to, that arm goes under, reaches for the ceiling, and you go over. Oh. I need to practice that quite a bit more. That's obvious. Okay, so you will do that every single time. Okay, so you hit that Granby, should get your escape. Be ready to sprawl after that. All right, so afterwards, get that cool down. Spread your legs and stretch to the middle, stretch to the right, stretch to the left, do your splits, and get all that done. All right, like I said, episode 10 coming shortly. We shall see you then. Keep your goals in mind.